The message this week at New Hope Olympia is, everybody has a legacy. What will be your legacy? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Consider your legacy not only in the context of your death, but also as you reflect on your life, and even on a daily basis. A wasted life, or one filled with missed opportunities, is not what we strive for. Curtis Strange, a golfer in the Masters tournament, teed up on the 12th hole and hit a beautiful shot that rolled right into the cup for a hole-in-one. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. Then Curtis did something unexpected. He leaned down, reached into the cup, picked up the ball, and tossed it into the creek. The media quickly surrounded him with cameras and microphones, asking, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you keep it? You could have passed it down to your grandchildren." I admire his response. I certainly hope that when I'm gone, I have something better than a golf ball to leave to my grandchildren. That is what we call a legacy. As the baby boomer generation enters the autumn of their lives, their assets will be passed on to their heirs through wills and trusts. This is significant. Did you know that at least $16 trillion of wealth will be transferred to the next generation over the next 30 years? This marks the most substantial wealth transfer in history. Millions of people will receive significant inheritances, but how many will receive a meaningful legacy? There is a big difference between the two. John Maxwell notes that a legacy is what you leave in people, not what you leave for them. An inheritance is what you get from someone. A legacy is what you leave to someone. Your accomplishments don't measure legacy during your lifetime, but by the lives that are touched by your life long after the inheritance is gone. In many cases, that legacy continues to influence future generations. Consider the legacy left to Timothy by his grandmother, Lois, and his mother, Eunice. You can read about their story in 2 Timothy 1:5. This was precisely what Paul was contemplating when he wrote his letter to Timothy. Paul was nearing the end of his life. He was under house arrest by the Romans and faced execution by beheading. Undoubtedly, he had ample time to reflect on all he had achieved for God, and his chief concern was the establishment of a church that would continue to thrive and grow long after he was gone. Timothy was a relatively young Christian whom Paul had been mentoring in the faith. He was responsible for leading a church that Paul had established. In this letter, Paul writes to Timothy to encourage him to remain steadfast in his faith after the death of his mentor. The letter is filled with words of encouragement and concludes with a beautiful statement from Paul in 2 Timothy 4:6. "The hour has come for me to be sacrificed. The time has come for me to leave this life. I have done my best in the race. I have run the full distance and kept the faith. Now there is waiting for me the victory prize of being put right with God, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give me on that day, and not only to me, but to all those who wait with love for him to appear." Isn't that a lovely statement? It conveys a real sense of a life well lived and a good legacy left behind. How wonderful it would be to pass away with that level of confidence. This is the confidence in our legacy that Paul encourages Timothy, and all of us, to pursue through this passage. Today, we are blessed to read 1 and 2 Timothy, all thanks to the legacy left by Timothy's grandmother, Lois, and his mother, Eunice. To explore this week's inspiring message, head to the New Hope Olympia channel on YouTube. There, you'll find the latest video stream and access an extensive library of over 400 uplifting videos designed to encourage and uplift your spirit. To stay connected and ensure you never miss any fresh content from New Hope Olympia, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Our Facebook page also offers access to the most recent complete messages from New Hope Olympia, offering another convenient way to engage with our uplifting community. New Hope Olympia, a new way of doing church. Our hybrid approach to church allows our ministry to connect with people anywhere, at any time, and in any situation.